Tom. All right. Well, that was some cutting edge radio. I'm glad that we did that radio experiment.
It's the epiphany, the climax of radio. We're not just pushing boundaries. We're setting a new standard in digital entertainment.
It's like a lot of people don't know what an integral member of the Rubik's Cubes I am. And they said, Peace, what are you talking about? I never hear you. I never see you at the shows. Exactly. By not playing as well as I don't play and not going to any of the shows or performing with them, I'm giving them the best chance they have at becoming big in show business by having absolutely nothing to do with the performances, creative stuff, or any of that. And so, a lot of people don't understand a big part of the success of the whole group is based on that role that I play.
Like a dinner role?
No, like, a non-existent role, a gluten-free role. I'm the gluten-free member of the Rubik's Cubes.
You're their Paul to their John.
Right.
Right. They were in the Eagles, right?
I think so, in Tucson, Arizona.
Fly high, Eagles, yeah.
Take it
like a synthesizer solo for 14 minutes.
Take down a corner in Tucson, Arizona. There's something to see. Oh, it's a big old puppy, and he's coming to me to see if I got any pizza bones. Take it okay. Take it okay.
Are we live? Are we doing the show? Did the show start yet?
Fiddles.
Fiddles T. Barnum.
Now, here's the thing. He could not be answering because he's really mad that I'm calling him Fiddles, or we could just not hear him anymore. It's a technical difference.
My favorite part of the show is where we do the sound check on the air.
Have we been doing sound check for like 40 minutes, though, in all fairness?
Yeah, like you even showed up for the sound check, Peas. Maybe that's what did it. You threw off the whole feng shui of the system. We had a groove down. We had to fill when you decided that you didn't want to do time for the show anymore a few weeks ago. When you quit the show abruptly, we had to make up for that space. We needed to fill that in, and we had to do that with just genuine creativity and brute force. A handful of pistachio shells. Start a fire with them, rub them on concrete and stick it on your tongue. It's funny.
You'll burn now. I don't find that feng shui is my favorite Chinese New Year's cereal. I like feng shui with marshmallow bits.
I was about to ask if you tried it with the marshmallows.
Yeah, well, that's because we're such good friends. Now, I still haven't heard Fidd. Do you think that we're on radio, or this is just time we're just wasting?
Well, normally we would ask listeners and viewers who'd say, "Hey viewers, hey kids, back there in the back of your trailers and underneath that overpass, you there, you listening to Time for the Show." And then we have to flatter them a little bit. Tell them something nice, please. Say something nice to the viewers. We would ask listeners, viewers, and say, "Hey viewers, hey kids, back there." It's a pretty good impression of me, Peas. That overpass, you there, you listening to Time for the Show?
No.
Yeah, I'm listening to Time for the Show. I like this guy. He's really speaking to me. I feel important. I feel validated for the first time in my life. Nothing could prepare me for this. A college degree, a stable home and marriage. Say something nice. Car. Nothing can take this away from me right now. I hope he gives me some sort of good advice. It's a pretty good impression of me, Peas. that overpass, you there, you listening to Time for the Show? Yeah, I'm listening to Time for the Show. I'm listening to Time for the Show, too. To me, I feel important. I feel validated. This guy sounds like nothing to prepare me. Some dude from Deliverance did a bunch of nitrous oxide. At a stable home and
no, it's an old
serious
show.
Phalanx
It's broadcast show.
Well, if it's an old show, it's probably a good one.
I hope so.
Because we never... Yeah, then we don't have to do the show anymore. Right? We can just keep replaying old shows.
I was hoping we were going to do a show today, though.
Yeah, you were looking forward to it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Was that the freckle on your ball sack today? Just glistening? Just saying, today I'm gonna do the show.
I'm reading something that Dr. Ellis is saying.
Like what?
Yeah, we're on, guys.
Are they good things?
I did the theme song. Broadcasting live from the seventh circle of hell. It's time for the show.
Is it?
Hi, Dr. Fox.
Hi, Fidd. Fiddle.
Oh, hey, Pete. I didn't see you over there.
If I was to cannibalize your dead corpse, could I truthfully, if I wanted to share it with some of my other vegan friends, say that you were gluten-free?
Yes, but he wasn't gluten tolerant.
I think that's just confusing things, Dr. Fox. Hey guys, good show. What's going on? It's very exciting.
Are we doing the show now?
Yep, we're doing it at 7:15. A new way of starting the show. 11:14.
Broadcast is live. I got the show notes that Fox sent. And I'm rocking the hangover. So it's time for the show.
Whoa.
I apparently really like doing the show hungover.
Nice.
Because I find myself doing it just about every week.
Well, the show is about pain. Eternal pain and torment. No end. What pleasures we will show you. And to think I hesitated.
That was just a tease. I'm going to complain about my hangover a lot more later on in the show, so stick around.
Yeah, save it for the show, man. Let's spread it out.
Dang.
Wait, Fox, did you say hi to Peas at the beginning of the show?
Hold on, I just got a message.
Peas, did you say hi to Fox?
No, we're not.
No, we're done. Peas is mad at me. I'm not putting it up.
Thanks, trying to
get hi to you and him, but you guys didn't say hi, so we can't really.
Thanks, trying to give him a free vacation to Florida again for next day. Texting me, oh, this girl's got it. And we could go do X Day there. You guys are such good organizers of X Day. Did the best job, really, that's ever been done. All true, I might add. But, I don't know, after this late, it's not showtime. Why would he do this during showtime?
Because he wants us to know that he's not listening to the show.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I can't even download the show notes, man. You didn't type 58 lines left at the bottom of the notes, right?
Pretty not. Yeah, I mean, you can view them in the chat. There's like the little button there to expand.
Just says
it has a limit.
Thanks. God damn it! What are you using, an abacus?
It keeps trying to open it in. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Do you got it? I don't need to go back over to the hypercore and facsimile you another set of show notes.
It's a rough.
But did he get more notes than me? Because I feel like there was not that much to the notes.
Well, I don't know, Peas. It hit the Discord line limit, and it said 58 left. So I think Fox has got a big fat jam sandwich for us today. As soon as I can figure out how to open a file on a computer.
Talking about. I think your settings are wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You need to make sure that like your rich text files, like your desired executable. I think Pease likes WordPad.
I don't know, dude. I have show notes. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If there are really, truly notes, I'm not in them.
Like Lotus Notes.
DOS 2.
I'm gonna start sending all of the show notes in PowerPoint files. I think that's the way to do it. Make them fun interactive.
People that are serious about doing things do use PowerPoint.
Yeah.
I see the guy at the swap meet doing it.
David Crosby used PowerPoint proficiently.
Give me a beer.
All right, New York Kerpow. Is that the right one?
That sounds like it.
Well, what do you think, Phil? Should we get this show out of the way?
I'm already
out of the way. I mean, we're already standing on its neck.
Oh, that was a good recent news subject reference callback.
Yeah, I'm a Derek chauvinist.
You're trying to start a
I want a T-shirt.
My wife shook her head.
I stumbled over the reference, and Dr. Fox reached behind me and snatched the ball from the defeat just fuck.
I totally tackled your home run, man. I got a hat trick.
You did.
I'm gonna do a 180 super ollie.
You put the puck
off
right
the backboard,
right in my net.
I am the cat in jokes.
Hold on, I'm getting a beer. Please apologize for something really quick.
Fidd Chuli is not gluten-free, according to this dictionary and Wikipedia of gluten-free podcast hosts. It's interesting, Fidd Chuli, that you lied to me and the viewing audience about being gluten-free. Because I think by ingesting beer, it's making you gluten.
All right, Peace. You bought me sufficient time. Let's knock out some of these notes.
Okay.
All right. C:/users/0. Wait. Line
I
1.
Guess we can do this joke.
Kerpow.
It's the 5th year. Yeah, we could do this joke.
For the show.
Yes.
208. NUKE Ukraine.
Fiddles.
Line 3, TFTS relay 012323. Line 4, Fidd. Do not read this part on the air. Line 5 is blank. Line 6 is blank. Line 7 says, Fidd, read this on air. Line 8, broadcasting live from the future annex of Line 9, soon to be capital of America's California, St. Petersburg, Florida. Line 10, welcome to Time for the Show. Line 11 is blank. Line 12 says, Fidd, this is where you do the show. Line 13 is blank, and line 14 is Fox's favorite part of the show. It's Cube News.
Hooray! What's on the docket tonight on the Cube News? All right, let's see here. All right, first off, we got an email in. You can always send your emails to email@timefortheshow.com. Talking about the podcast feed and that they were able to subscribe to it, but they were only able to see a range of episodes that are available on our feed. So I did check, and the links to the old shows are still there. But I replied to this buzzing young fellow back to his email about you might have to scroll down to the bottom in your app and load more episodes. But if not, if you listen to Time for the Show podcast version the classic Eps, we call them here in the biz. Wow, I got a horrible echo.
No, that was me. My bad.
Okay, gotcha. But if you, kids at home, if you use a podcast app, why don't you look up Time for the Show? It's available on most major podcasting platforms. And see how far you can go back and let me know. It's fun to know that people are still accessing the podcast feed because I stopped updating that when we went to YouTube. Point 2, I was invited to a beta test for Backed By to connect our Patreon to a server run by his podcast, holy shit, but Dick Masterson. So Dick has invited me into the program, and we are beta testing a way to receive Cybercoin, Bitcoin, virtual Cosby coins as legal tendency to our Patreon dump out. So thanks to Dick for that, and I'll be connecting more of that together and look forward to the Hypercube Backed By later this year. Thanks, Dick. Point 3, movie progress. It's looking so good and so fine. And Act 1 is pretty much ready for audio mastering, and then I have to go away and do a bunch of more practical effects for it. But for most part, except for one bit that's missing. But I'm sure they'll get it to me eventually. I'm just about done with Act 1, and I've started on Act 2, and we're already pushing a 35-minute runtime for the movie. So it's looking good, and so I already, because I'm happy with. I was thinking I was going to hate every moment of this and just be disgusted and embarrassed by myself and these people I call my loose associates, air quotes, friends, pretending to learn how to act in front of a camera. So, yeah, it's been coming out great, and I've been looking at ways to submit it to film festivals. And, of course, it's going to be it's only the beginning of the year, which means that you're already too late to submit to almost every festival. And I feel like I could turn a blind eye to those because, God, does it just look stupid. I have to learn how to make a digital cinema package. So if you have any information with writing XML tags for DCP 2.0, please let me know. I need your assistance. Next point, YouTube subscribers. The YouTube has been growing even in the absence of doing the shows during the post-515 attack on Hypercube Labs. And we are, as of today, up to 396. We've been getting about 3 subscribers a week for the past few weeks, which, again, isn't too bad for a bunch of guys that don't advertise. So we just need 4 more people to subscribe, and then we're at 400. So if you haven't subscribed and heard great alliteration and prose like you have been hearing for the past 26 minutes, please go to youtube.com/hypercubego and subscribe today. You can get a bunch of the classic episodes from Time for the Show, some nutty videos that we've put up over the years, and maybe some gross stuff. Point 5 is the Show Rogan AI. This is nothing I'm going to throw time in to while I'm editing the movie, but I got some input from a couple of different people, and we are looking at ways to input Hypercube programming as well as the entire chat log from the ChatterCube on discord.timefortheshow.com. Go there, click the Discord button, join now, and to compile it into the Show Rogan AI that we would actually be able to communicate with in the ChatterCube. So I am looking at a couple of solutions, and there's stuff that I could do today and just pay a guy like $50 or $100 and use theirs, but I don't want to do that. I want to do something more convoluted and stupid. So make sure that you go to ChatterCube, keep talking, just type right now, Keep going. Just type right now. Do it. You see it? You see those little, look, other people are typing. They're doing it. They're going to do it. They're going to start posting. You're going to feed the AI. So help us out. Go to discord.timefortheshow.com. Join the Hypercom and chat inanely with strangers. And finally, guest suggestions. This is point 6 in Cube News. Now that Peas has returned, we don't really need a surrogate Peas guest host. I'm so glad you're back, Peas. No one can fulfill the handsomeness quota that you so definitely left us in a deficit with. But if you have an idea for other podcast hosts or podcastees or goofy individuals that you think can tolerate running through a Time for the Show episode with us, tell me, send me a DM or send it to email at timefortheshow.com. Let's grow that show, yo.
Australians.
And that's it. There's no such thing as Australia. Peace. That's it for Cube News. Thank you, Fidd.
All right. Line 22 in the show notes is blank. Line 23. It's the piezo box.
Hey, it's my favorite part of the show.
Piezo box is clever.
Also known as viewer mail. Line 24 is just a bunch of hyphens. Line 25, send your viewer mail to email at timefortheshow.com. Line 26 is blank. Line 27, dear show, where do white women come from? And that was submitted by Bob Vagine of
Florida.
Slapstick, Maryland.
Florida and Wisconsin mostly, I think.
I was going to say heaven.
I thought they came from expensive dinners.
I thought you got yourself good ones from the African diamond mines.
No, Peas. I don't date my employees.
Damn.
Those were pretty good. Good mail, everybody. Good mail. I'm a good mail.
Line 31 is blank. Line 32, dear show. Several years ago, I had run out of toilet paper. In frustration, I threw a pop vinyl collectible figurine of Hatsune Miku at the mirror, which led to shards of glass shattering to the tile below. Out of pure desperation, I used one of the broken pieces of glass to scrape my ass clean.
Like fucking stuff like this. This should have been censored.
It was by far the most satisfying sensation I had experienced since the time I sat on an unsanded fence post in grade school. I've continued to use the same piece of glass for 7 years now. I simply rinse it in the sink when I'm done and place it in a small bowl of tepid lemon water. However, the other day, my cat, Mr. Whiffles, was licking the glass and knocked it off the counter where it shattered like its predecessor. I threw out the old mirror pieces years ago and never bothered replacing them. I've just been using the one piece for everything, like shaving, pimple popping, and of course, rectal examinations. For the past week, I have used the end of a wooden plumber's helper handle, which does not have the same effect. What can I do to remedy my situation? Submitted by Paperless in Peoria.
This is why, you know what? This is why we can't have M&M cartoon characters as spokespeople for M&M's candy anymore. It's shit like this. Okay? This is why.
Really? Could you please elaborate?
Well, you didn't hear that the M&M's company today said, you know what? We're not going to do the M&M cartoon characters. They become too controversial. It's the shoes, they get upset. We had a purple one that, you know, we're just done. So we're going to hire this person of color to be our spokesperson, and you'll hear all about it at the Super Bowl. And I thought to myself, well, this seems like someone's trolling. This seems like this is not really what happened. But I went to the M&M website, and sure enough, the M&M characters are too controversial, with all the shoe changing and bringing the purple character on, the purple female Peanut, the first Peanut female M&M on in October of last year, has just been so controversial. They've decided to drop the iconic cartoon figures altogether and go with the human spokesperson. And
it has nothing to do with that you need to watch the Super Bowl to see what's going to happen, right? It's only out of pure rage.
It's out of pure rage, and so people like, now I'm outraged because I don't give a shit about that. I like M&M because it melts in your mouth and not in your hand. And I like peanuts. And I like peanuts and chocolate. And I think that those are normal things to like. And I don't really bond with my candy delicacies so much that I'm not thinking, I'm going to eat just this purple one because I like shoes or this and that.
Yeah.
Then think about all these M&M stores they make. Like we got one here in Vegas. The whole premise of it is these M&Ms have come to life in this store, and it's an M&M factory. Who the fuck is running the M&M? I'm more concerned now they are going to fuck up making the M&Ms because they are fucking up the marketing so bad.
Okay.
Well,
I can tell that you have been Yeah,
and by the way,
they're getting
the head of a chocolate company.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, person of color. Yeah, like chocolate or caramel.
He's doing candy face.
Whose daughter? Whose daughter?
Please. Now, what I'm more interested in is, please tell me how that outrage, how that cocoa and corn syrup based outrage is just like how our letter is.
Oh, it is because you don't like it. That's the commonality in it. I don't like it. What the fuck? Why you got complicated?
Well, half the country demanded that they make one of the M&Ms gay, and then they were like, okay, whatever, and they made him gay. And then the other half of the country went, you can't make him gay. That goes into my kid's mouth.
He should have been born gay or not. So that's why they made the purple M&M, because then they could say, okay, well, this M&M was born gay. But then they never actually released purple-colored M&Ms.
You know, if you wipe a little bit of the bottom of the letter M off, it turns into an F.
This has been more active in the LGBTQ2IA plus rodeo than M&M's has.
Yeah, they only have two letters in their acronym, and they're both the same letter.
I thought those guys were like Sweetums people and not so much M&M's. Or didn't they make Reese's Pieces for the gays?
Them theys kind of guys, peas.
Oh no, they made Reese's E.T. That's what they made it for.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that obviously the cat got a taste of your shit off the mirror, and just have him lick it off. It's just like sandpaper. What's the next letter, Fidd?
You know, I've never wiped with glass, but there is that situation where you take a shit, there's nothing on the roll, and then you look in the trash can, and there's like a big piece of toilet paper that somebody obviously blew their nose all into. But it's dry, you know, it's been there for a few days, and then you have a decision to make. You know what I mean? Well, you start really carefully examining, you know, weighing the if you should wipe your ass with the. Really, you've never wiped your ass with the like dry snot?
I would
in the
go.
toilet.
Only after I've done as the Native Americans do, and unpeel the paper roll towel, the roll itself, the cardboard tube. Once you break that off and you unravel it and kind of use it like a scraper, you know, once that option's exhausted, then yeah, if it looks like any kind of fibrous material that'll fit down a toilet hole, I'll use it.
Genius. That's genius. I would have never thought of that. I would rather walk out with dingleberries, future dingleberries planted in my nether regions, knowing that maybe I got to leave work or something like that, but I would not take toilet tissue paper with another person's snot on it, dried or not, and rub it on the next most open.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of dingleberries. If we want to put a GoFundMe up to get Dr. Fox electrolysis on his ass, I'll totally, yeah, let's go for that. We'll film it. We'll put it on the show. Because right now, when I'm done scraping with the toilet paper roll, it's already like trying to pull a Tootsie Roll out of a shag carpet. It's yeah. So help Dr. Fox. Let's
been to
shave Dr. Fox.
He's got one of those brushes that they use to like detangle long-haired cats that he uses for his asshole.
I think radio time should be wasted on letters like that.
Yeah, the answer is just go for the snotty paper towel in the trash can. Use that. Be a man.
No, that's for fools.
Line 56 is blank. Line 57, dear show, why doesn't that guy from C-SPAN get a job? And that's from Squibble O'Hanrahan of New Snot, Oregon.
He used to be the voices of the M&Ms, so I don't know what he's going to do now.
The gay one?
Yep, the purple one.
Why is it always the purple one?
No, listen, though. Here's the thing. They say the purple one was going to be the all-inclusive, woman, lesbian one and all stuff. But don't you guys feel like the red M&M and the yellow peanut M&M, they're always together. They're both boys, but they're like together too much. Like those two were gay, right?
Well, first of all, Fees, when you have like a cast of characters, you don't make one of them the all-inclusive one, and then what? The rest of them are racist.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like they used to make the brown M&M, which was one of the only girls, have really super high heels and stuff, and she acted a little bit more black. But then they toned that back, and I don't know if it was because she was the brown M&M or what. They gave her some like comfortable, pumps that you would wear to office or something like that. That was a big controversy too. And then like blue, I think they canceled the blue M&M. I think they were going to stop making it. We don't even know
the brown M&M stabbed the blue M&M.
But don't you think the red M&M and then the peanut M&M were like there's something going on there? Now what about green M&M?
The red and the yellow M&M were Bert and Ernie.
Which is your favorite M&M? I will agree with that.
I think about that.
Well, I think you're exactly like that. They absolutely ripped off Sesame Street with the green and the red M&M. Absolutely. It might as well be Sesame Street. I will agree with you on that.
The yellow one's taller and narrower. They have the same colors as Bert and Ernie. He's got Bert. Ernie's got that red shirt, or Bert, whichever one of those faggots is the one in the red shirt.
Do you think that Bert's the smart one and Ernie's kind of the idiot? But when you really watch a lot of Bert and Ernie, at the end, you're not left knowing who's smarter, who has the real wisdom.
But Ernie is the top.
I think I agree with that. I agree with that.
Ernie always was holding a handgun up against Bert's nutsack under the table like in Inglourious Bastards.
Everything okay up there, Bert?
Say everything's okay, Bert.
That was a
Turn around.
that
All
was
right,
a,
now we're gonna count to 17.
that was a good fucking
Two.
Ernie. That's a really good Ernie. That's like, fuck, you're doing good with voices and stuff. Do your Dr. Hal. Do Dr. Hal doing Ernie.
I'm not a DJ. I don't take requests, peas.
I just think that would be funny.
Do the bit. I haven't even gotten Gary Coleman status yet, and I'm being asked to do the bit. Which one? Dr. Hal?
No, Dr.
He-
Hal Ernie.
What?
Dr. Hal does an imitation of Ernie. That's what I want you to do.
Oh, okay. Hello there. No. Don't put me on the fucking spot, man. It's not like this is like an improv workshop or something like that.
And I'm the drunken guy in the crowd.
You're Nick Vaughn.
New character who's doing another beloved cartoon character. You fuck.
We're gonna get Rob Schneider to play the peas in the movie.
Awful. That is mean. That is fucking
Well,
mean.
we're getting John Lovitz for peas.
Lovitz, I would be okay with Lovitz maybe if he would like get like a wig to wear, so his hair was nice like mine.
Why did I move out to the desert? This is a horrible place to live. Get out of my bed, Fidd. You're gonna ruin the sheets and piss off Pam.
You know what I mean?
This show stinks.
It sounds really awful when someone else says it. I have to burn my.
Yeah, when we say it, it doesn't hurt so bad. But when other people say that the show stinks,
No. It was the thing about Fidd, because I was like, my wife sleeps here. You fucking asshole. This is my sanctorum.
oh, from when we were filming the movie, and you woke up to find Fidd Shuley had been snuggling you while you fell asleep through your Hitler documentary.
You guys did that scratch.
I want everybody to know that while we were in Pease's home, he wanted to make sure that he was in the right mindset the entire time we there, and he was watching Nazi documentaries and falling asleep to them to make sure that he would wake up in character. He's a method actor. His method acting was really good, especially when we told him that he had to get out of bed and go shoot a scene on the other side of town. Man, that was great.
Because we were all supposed to be done already. And that's like, it was a long drive. And that part of town is scary.
The entire town is scary. That was a terrifying experience. Feeling that I was getting raped by a pigeon. Peas, the birds in your town. No fear. We had a pigeon fly into the hyper van, and I had to combat it out from trying to grope me with its little dirty talons. I didn't fight that hard. I didn't fight hard. But, I had to get him out.
Yeah, because Cosmic would have flipped if there was a pigeon in his truck.
No, he was there. They were jumping into when we opened the sliding door, they started, jumping onto the foot pedal rest step, whatever it is. And they were trying to come in. They were trying to come into the van. I'd never seen that before. I'd never seen such braised rats of the sky.
Fiddles do to help you guys get him out.
Oh, he shit his pants. What's the next part of the movie, Fidd?
Show.
It's line 62, Fox.
That's a good one.
Actually, it's blank. It's,
well played, Fidd. Well played.
Line 63 is also blank, so I got a little worried there for a minute, but line 64 says blind eyes.
Yeah, 64 is a good line.
And 65, another one of those all hyphens lines. And then 66 says, "Who's your blind eye, Peas?"
Dude, you know, I'm never prepared for blind eye. We're almost
right,
at the...
because like, how are you supposed to know that somebody was going to ask you who your blind eye was in the 10 o'clock hour on a
I
Monday?
think sometimes I think like, oh, you know, we probably won't do it this time. And I know that if I don't think that, then we won't one time, and I'll be surprised. But if I do that, don't do it, then I'm not surprised. I'm prepared not to do it. You see the difference?
I'm gonna eat this cracker. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm eating the cracker.
Is it a World War II survival cracker?
Peas, I'm not hearing who your blind eye is. I'm just hearing a lot of bitching and moaning, and not a lot of blind eyeing. So,
You hear any cracker chewing? Can you hear it?
I guess I'm going to turn my blind eye to the miserable play of the Baltimore Ravens this last NFL season. And even
fucking yes.
sucked really, really super bad. I'm going to ignore that fact because I know that they're my super friend, Fidd Truly Spearmint Flavor's best football team ever. And he really likes it when they shoot the puck and it goes right into the basket for a home run. So that's, I'm blind eyeing those fucking Black Crow fuckers.
Well, you know what? I'm blind eyeing you. Peas is my blind eye because
you did that while he was gone.
So many times. You should just kill me.
He just attacked me, Fox.
Didn't
He
I
knows
attacked?
that I'm
No,
still
he
a
only
little bit
attacked
sore.
you because I bet you he wishes he didn't blow his big purple peanut wad all over the viewer mail segment, because that would have been a beautiful blind eye. I kept trying to tell him. He just, you know, Peas, when the handsome field is up, you know, he's just a steamroller. Facts. Straight feeling. Very straight.
Yeah. Well,
maybe straight. Maybe straight-ish.
he just went right after me, though.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
He knows I'm still sore.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's his fault. That is his fault. I'm totally on your side that he attacked you specifically, even though he didn't mention your name, and actually said during his blind eye that he knew it was hard to say because he was talking about something that you held dear, despite the fact that he was going to make countless disparaging remarks about it. He didn't hold back. And that's the blind eye, Fidd. And you turned a blind eye to him? Are you saying that if Peas was to step outside right now and a bunch of Botswanian rebels were to come through and rip the staples in his guts out and they spilled all over the road and he forgot to close the door so his little dog comes out there and starts nibbling on his kidney? Would you turn a blind eye to that right now? To Chaz eating Peas' innards?
I guess not, Fox.
No, you would, dude.
Oh, I was supposed to say yes?
Because that's how blind eye... We've been telling people how blind eyes work the wrong way.
I know, but he made me feel
I
bad.
know where this is going. I know where this is going. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Look, I was in a shitty mood all day because I knew at 10 o'clock I was going to have to do the show. Okay? So I was in a shitty mood all day. And then we started doing the show, and I was like, you know what? I kind of started having a little bit of fun there as it went along. And I started feeling a little bit better. And then Peas has to remind me
Out of
the sore
nowhere.
subject of the Ravens shitting the bed. And the fucking Bengals beat the Bills last week. Fucking. So, yeah, no, you know what? You're right, Fox. My blind eye is the Cincinnati Bengals. It's not
There you go.
Peas didn't lose the game, but he also didn't lose my heart.
We don't care what happens to the Bengals.
You're giving Muhammad a little chubby there, Fidd.
You know what? It'd be a really easy job. I think we could get a discounted rate because the Al Qaeda member could just hijack the plane that the Bengals are on and fly it into anything. He doesn't even have to fly it into them.
Pronounced
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you get that as a dip with the bloomin' onion down at the Buck Outback Steakhouse, right? Yeah.
Good day, amigo. Bring me the vaginas, please.
Which part of Mexico do terrorists come from anyway?
New Zealand.
Who's your blind eye, Peas?
Norway.
Yeah? Did they do anything specific to you?
Nope.
Did they slight you? I'll use that term you used with me in the pre-show. Slight? Did they slight you?
I feel
How many gay M&Ms does Norway have?
I'm going to tell you why I'm going to blind eye him, okay? So I'm watching this show Vikings, and I start to think about it. And, you know, in this day and age, it seems
First
like
mistake.
a lot of people get upset with the white people, and they're like, you guys did this, and you guys did that. And then I watch this Viking show, and I realize that all those people are right. Even the white people wanted to move away from the other white people. Like, and I thought, well, that really says a lot about us, doesn't it? No matter what we do, the first thing we do when we get to a place is go, oh, I got to get away from the rest of these fucking white people. They have lost their fucking minds. So, it was a revelation to me, and made me glad I was Irish, first of all.
Revelation?
Yeah, well, it excludes me from being labeled as white.
No, just European.
No, being Irish Roman Catholic too, it's like I'm barely a human being. I'm lucky that I'm not in some kind of servitude somewhere.
Irish Roman Catholic too. That was the one in 3D, right?
Right. With what is it, 4K transition of fiddles?
Man, Fidd, I don't want to tell you how to do your job. We got to get close to that paid copy, man.
Yeah, and looks like you put a little tease in here, Dr. Fox, because line 68 says, "Is it a band?" But then line 71 says, "Answer available after paid copy."
Dun dun dun.
Wow, way to just tickle the nuts of the viewers, man. That is good radio right there. All right, so we'll do it. Is it a band? And then,
No, we're not.
well, according to line 70 in the show notes, this week's band name is Fun, the band. Fun, the band. Is that the whole name, or is the name just Fun?
I think we're looking. I guess we'd have to go over the rules. I don't really remember.
Well, in the show notes, the whole thing is in quotes, so I think we're looking for that.
Fun, the band.
Yeah,
Guys,
Fun.
I have to go. I can't do Is It a Band? It takes too long.
We haven't even done the paid copy yet, Peas. You're not going to stick around for our sponsor?
That's right, viewers. So get your pens and papers ready and write down either circle yes.
I suspect that we're not even on the air. I suspect that it's what the fuck did I just show is on the air right now? We're not even on the air.
It is. We're filling in for him. We're doing his show tonight.
What do you mean his show? This is our slot. There's no doing somebody else's show in my fucking slot.
I'll do your slot.
Ugh.
And the answer to this week's Is It a Band right after this commercial message. Everyone knows I'm an aficionado of fine cuisine. When not flipping fresh fajitas in my French-handled frying pan, or peppering my handcrafted party pickles with precious and precariously pursued Pakistani spices, sometimes I find myself bored with trying to figure out which exotic dish to try and whip up next. That's where Big Black Smock comes in. I've received 3 prepackaged pallets of semi-refrigerated foodstuffs every day, each one an exciting adventure in entrees. When I'm hungry, I just reach for a lukewarm Big Black Smock. and get ready to chow down. Just vigorously apply 1 stick of butter to the exterior food shaft and load into your microwave for a patented 13 minutes. Big Black Smock meals are incredibly juicy, jam-packed with protein, and every one of our trademark 9-inch meal rods are filled with a gooey cheese center. If you're looking for something mildly turgid to wrap your greasy lips around, just drop to your knees in thanks, knowing that Big Black Smock is ready to tickle your tonsils. You can save 3% on your next 2-year subscription on Big Black Smock with coupon code PEAS. Act now and receive the Big Black Smock straw so you can suck one down on the road, under your desk, in court, at your nephew's baseball game, with your therapist, or a discreet internet lover, anywhere and anytime.
Does it
Line
come in
115 is blank. Line 116 says customers held liable for properly handling. Line 117 is blank.
I think it should come in different colors. Well, it's time to do apologies.
Oh, well, but line 118 says, is it a band reveal? And then line 119 is a bunch of hyphens. And then line 120 is check with *6 for the answer to is it a band?
We had to do that line to either see. You fucked up the whole. I didn't get. Damn it.
That's okay, Peace. You're handsome. You're so handsome. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, my handsome boy.
All right, here we go. Ready? Mystery sausages found in Hawaiian mailboxes. Fiji, one band where free meat is. Florida man attacked ATM. Well, it is a filthy habit. Pet fish uses credit card on Nintendo Switch. Microsoft Xbox promises to close the water gap. Australian woman breaks world record in archery with his feet. Florida woman pulled from the storm drain for the 3rd time. My pearls is down there.
Peace, I know you just got out of surgery, but I think it spread to your brain.
Miami man injured by falling iguana during outdoor yoga. Things that have never happened anywhere. TSA finds emotional support snack in luggage at Florida airport. M&M's has no comment. All right, those are all done.
That was the weirdest game of $100,000 pyramid I've ever witnessed.
And he's going to be your celebrity guest star helper. And you always got to go, what was the guy? With the ascot. Ascots are coming back. And you know, Fidd, you have the perfect body type for ascot wearing. I'm surprised you're not all over that shit with your beard and stuff.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time somebody said, "Hey, you would look really good in an ascot," then yeah, I can retire.
Gonna start having. I'm gonna go to Boot Barn, and you know they're not even a sponsor. I want to make that clear, and I'm gonna pick up a couple of ascots at the Boot Barn, and
Boot Barn. That sounds like the Nazi equivalent of the Weeblos.
But you probably don't know about it because it's the kind of place where only like me, Stang, and Philo shop for our authentic, cowboy outfits.
.com.
Wasn't there a Pope that was in the Boot Barn?
Cowpoke.
Whoa, wait a second. Well, what did *6 say about the band? Is it a band?
She said it was a band, and its drummer's name was Fiddles.
All right, you got that, everybody? If you thought it wasn't a band, don't ever listen to the show ever again. We don't want you. Just, you're horrible at is it a band. You're gonna drag everybody else down.
You guys
Get the
think
fuck out of here?
I sent you guys Percocets and we all did the Percocets at the same time and then did show? Do you think it would be a better show?
I don't know. Would you still remember to forget to ask me who my blind eye was on Percocets?
No. He was your blind eye. I said I didn't want to play blind eye. So no, I didn't forget. I tried to move the fuck on and politely change the subject. Like you would at a party when somebody starts talking about how their uncle understands why people get pissed off at black people. And you're like, oh no, I don't want to be a part of this conversation. And you try to change the subject to Fritos or M&Ms or something, you know, non-controversial. But please, go on.
Are you saying there's something wrong with black people that they're just not good enough for you to be mad at?
See, oh, I'm...
What it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Whoa.
Painting with a broad brush there, Peas.
Whoa.
That's racism for you. That's how you get in trouble.
Outrageous.
Bro.
Did you hear about the non-binary gold prospector?
Nope.
He heard there was treasure in them there hills.
Nice for you to mispronoun him right off the bat.
You're welcome, Peas.
I think that should have been a Z-zer situation right there, dude.
My bronouns are brah, bray. What are your bronouns, Peas?
Well, I just recently changed them.
Are you like
And
a dude, brah?
I haven't landed on new ones, you know. I was zipping around with Zerk.
Bro, bray.
But, you know, sometimes,
Except
physically, I have all the powers of a wolf. Now, a lot of people don't know that, except physically. So, you know, mentally, acuity, you know, math abilities, I am the wolf.
Your penis gets stuck in your lover for an hour?
Well, I said not physically, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you should have thought that joke out a little bit more, because I prefaced the whole premise of me being a wolf by saying except physically to avoid.
I feel like you've been thinking a whole lot before this show. It's like you came in with a point to pull, Peas.
No, I didn't make no points.
You don't have any pontification tonight for us, Peas?
No. Oh, look at you guys! You got me working 5 minutes overtime.
5 minutes overtime. We haven't even finished the show.
We did finish the show.
Late, Peas. We started
That's
late.
not my fault.
We have to fill in. We have to fill in the tape. There's still an hour of tape we have to fill.
No, okay. Look, at worst, you guys, you got 12 more minutes.
At worst.
Yeah, because I have to go have my ice cream.
Why don't you just eat your ice cream before the show?
Because that was a long time ago. I just got done with my pizzas then, and now.
Well, why don't you eat your pizzas earlier? Were
Is
they classically French trained pizzas?
Yeah, they were. I had to mentally prepare myself for the show. It's not easy, you know. I got some stitches and some hoses, and Stang wants us to do another X Day. That's how much he liked the X Day, you know.
Nah,
Well,
who wants to do that?
Wants to do it in your dad's backyard.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm done with the Church of the Subgenius. It's a bunch of goofballs and knuckleheads.
Yep.
And it's just they're so contemptible and angry and just judgy bitches.
When I heard
and prickly assholes. That's all they are. They're just a bunch of prickly assholes.
Because they were using this bathroom with no fucking toilet paper. It just had that fucking snot tissue with the fucking maybe the cardboard roll to use, or they'd have to go dry like peas.
I appreciate the effort at the callback joke there, Peas, but I'm not gonna. No points on presentation there.
Hockey horn. I feel that's hurtful.
What's your next favorite part of the show, Fidd?
The ending.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. Line 122 says Subgenius Court, but I guess we might have to push
I love
that.
That's my favorite part of the show.
It's worked out great so far.
He's buy giant costumes and all that stuff for X Day, like wigs and gavels, and we never did it. And we've still.
No, I like this one.
Somebody stole the fish.
No, we found it the last day.
Peas stole the fish.
I didn't steal it. I found it. Why do you take me? See, that's what upsets me. I was technically the fucking hero because I found the fish. And was told the night before, here, put this fish here in case we need it. I didn't know you guys were going to use a fish. The fact that I had knowledge of the fish's location.
What do you mean? If someone gives you a fish and says, hang on to this until we need it, wouldn't you get the initial premise that at some point we're going to use the fish?
But the whole night went by and no one said, oh, if only we had a fish. So I figured the time hadn't come yet. Then I forgot about getting the fish. So, and then like at 4 o'clock or something in the morning, you're talking about a fish, and I immediately went to the fish area and pulled out the frozen fish, and we all had a good laugh about it.
No, the fish was missing, Peas.
Only to you. Fidd and I knew where the fish was all along.
It was in Ferg's freezer, right? Because after it thawed out, when he unplugged the generator, the fish then juiced into Ferg's gray water line and ruined it.
How many fish there was, okay? But I know that the fish that I was told to be in charge of, I put in one of those little white. You and I went to the store. We bought like 4 or 5 white styrofoam coolers so that we could, get the beer iced down, and the sodas and the waters and all that shit to serve people in. And there was one of those put aside, one of the few with a top on it, that we put a frozen fish in the bottom of it, mostly so it would stay somewhat frozen because the heat was oppressive.
You stole the fish.
Steal the fish. I'm telling you, you're misunderstanding the situation with the fish entirely. And like I said before, if you really think about it, I was the hero of fucking having the fish. It's not my fault.
By keeping it from me?
If you need that fish at any time in that,
I needed the fish. I asked for the fish. I said, "Where's the fish?" We had the wheel. We spun the wheel. We needed the fish. Where was the fish?
Was I there for that actual part?
At X Day?
Yeah.
I don't remember. You got there late.
No, I was there for the whole thing. I'm just saying when you guys did that wheel, because I thought we didn't do the wheel.
We did. We did the wheel. And we needed the fish.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, where were you?
Maybe swimming with the naked women in the pool.
Yeah, we had a lot of those. We really, really did.
It was smart to make them pay.
Sorry, I'm mixing the song we're going to go out on.
Alright. Oh, hooray.
Line. Alright, yeah, Subgenius Court. Let's do this shit. Okay?
Yay! It's my favorite part of the show.
Line demands that we do Subgenius Court.
Just
Line
just
123, all hyphens. Line 124, blank. Line 125. Peas and Fox must appeal to Judge Fidd. One must defend an idea, the other must oppose. And we've got a couple of cases on the docket tonight. By the way, good news about that judge wig. Remember I brought that to when we went to film the movie?
Yes.
And
Yes.
remember how I brought 2 suitcases and I left one of them at the airport because I was on acid when I left
Yeah,
Vegas?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I told Fox he got arrested, and he got all freaked out.
Yeah, and then you told Fox I got arrested at the airport because he knew I was tripping when I got there. Yeah. Remember that, Fox?
When Pease was teasing me about your safety and well-being, he thought it was funny to make me worry about somebody.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, laugh riot.
Well, the good news is the judge wig that I had was in the pack that I carried on board, so that was not a casualty of my great idea to go to the acid on airport.
When you went to the secondary,
that's exactly what happened.
Did you have to whip out the wig in the secondary inspection?
Be like, I'm on vacation.
In Vegas, don't judge me.
I put the wig on when I got into the millimeter scanner, and I looked right at the guy and I said, "My hair is not cocaine."
The funniest part of this whole story is we get out of the truck at the airport, and Fidd's got 2 bags, one of which I'm going to give away. He will lose before he gets home. But that very bag, Fidd's like, all right, let's go. Let's walk into the airport. And he's left his other bag in the middle of the fucking road behind the fucking truck. And I look over that and I go, hey, don't you think you're going to want that? And he does what everybody on acid always does. He goes, oh, I knew I did that. That's right after we buy some cigarettes to go to the airport with. He spends 35 minutes looking for the cigarettes on a whole ride to the airport. Fuck, dude, what did I do with those cigarettes? I reach over and feel in his breast pocket. There's the fucking cigarettes. And then he accuses me.
Oh, they were in the way.
Did you put those there just now? So he was gonna have problems at the airport no matter what. So,
and then you told me he got arrested.
Well, to me that was the
super
cherry
funny. I know, it was great.
It was super funny. And then you pretend to not know that, because I said immediately after I told you that, I said, just kidding. No, he's fine. And then you go on.
You did?
Of course I do. I have all of the notes for my tell-all book that Stang's going to publish. And then I'll be rich.
Well, that might be the case that we bring forward, but the other cases we have.
I have a new game. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We guess how
interrupt the show because I think you're winning.
No, we guess how far it is to Fidd Chuli's paycheck by guessing what type of beer he's drinking.
You know what, Pease? I stand corrected. That's a great game.
That is not a great game. That is a fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Argus Fox go first.
We were here 5 minutes and Fidd got arrested October 11th, 1:27 a.m. Who arrested him? Sheriff or police? Where are they taking him? I have a lawyer on retainer for this trip. No, you don't. Fidd said he could do the time. Is Fidd still there? Where are you? Nah, he went through security. I'm waiting for Pam's flight now. So is that, yeah, I guess.
Is it implied that everything's fine from that conversation?
No.
I'm going to get my phone because I think that there's more text that you're leaving some off now.
No, that's okay. Yeah, no, I'm reading from the screenshots.
These are great adventures that we're having, though.
Screenshots. Now that's what I call evidence. Am I going to have to make a judgment in this case? Or there's also the case of if anything's gay, if the balls don't touch, and the case of mandated cesarean births, which I find that one kind of interesting. I think maybe we should establish some precedent on whether or not cesarean section births should be mandatory, legally mandatory. Fox and Peas, you know the case. You now pick your sides. He's going to be defending. He's going to be pro mandated cesarean sections, and he's going to be opposed.
Oh, I am. I'll be pro. Yeah, I'll take that show because I'm sure Pease has a lot of sympathies for these kinds of things. That might even play into his defense. But let's see. I would say first off, Your Honor. Second off,
Your
would
opening
say
statement.
You're looking good. Did I mention that? By the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? No, you're just saying that.
Oh, right. But number three, really? I meant it. You are looking good. Just saying. I think the big point we're looking at here is that by the mandation, there will be no argument. It's just the way things are going to go. So, no one has to feel guilty about getting one because everyone has to get one. And that's freedom. And I'm just adding, you're not stretching that junk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's do everybody a little favor here. A little bit of that. Just saying, looking good, Your Honor. I rest my case.
You realize minutes count towards the minutes I was talking about, and ice cream time is coming up.
Are you going to defend ice cream time?
Just saying, it's sacred time, and I was very clear about I was going to go have some ice cream.
You see, Peas, this is why you're so handsome.
You sounded like you were crying when you said you really wanted that ice cream.
Well, I do. Boys, I like my ice cream.
Excuse me, Magistrate Caller 23 jumping in here.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Shit.
And I've been listening to the show.
It's the worst one ever.
Prove it.
And I'm ready to sit here and rule on Fox versus Peas circa the fucking airport. What was the airport's name? It's like some senator's name. What is it?
Acid Central.
Anyway, I'm ready to rule, and I've heard the arguments from both sides now.
Caller 23 rules.
And the bottom line is that Fox was in the right because there was insufficient justification of P's freedom of movement at that time. And as a result, the punishment handed down by this magistrate is that Peas gets no ice cream tonight. You're welcome.
Well, that's not happening. I guess I could take another Percocet.
Well, hold on. Justice Chuli here. A point of contention for the prosecution. When you say mandatory cesarean sections, are you talking only about pregnant women or the general public at large? Like, is this mandatory for everybody to get a cesarean section, whether you happen to be knocked up or not? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Would my surgery count as my cesarean section if it does apply to men? So I would be then grandfathered in?
Well, yes, because your pussy is in your butt.
Hell yeah.
George, that's what Big George said.
Gonna bop that pussy. Yeah.
Worst 72 hours in county in my whole life.
Well, I haven't heard the defense yet, but on the basis that the prosecution said that I was looking damn good, I believe that was the quote. The The stenographer will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was looking damn good, and followed up by another really, looking damn good.
Do you think that Caller 23 just saved the show? You know, reflecting back about the entirety of the show and how I really think Caller 23 just jumped in the show and saved this show from defeat. What do you boys think?
Well, he saved you from dumping some ice cream in your mouth.
No, well, I did not agree to any contractual obligation to not have ice creams. So fuck that.
Look, I'm ruling in favor of the prosecution because my hands are tied. Okay, Peas? Here's the deal. Said I was looking pretty damn good.
I say you
said I was looking damn good. If I disagree with him now, that means I'm ugly. And then nobody will take me to the judge dance.
I say you're drinking Paps and you're drinking them cheap-ass cigarette-type cigarettes, and you are 8 days out from payday. That's what I think in this game.
You're very close, Peas. It's actually, I did downgrade from the Fireball to the Flashpoint, which is a wine flavored thing, and then Budweiser bottles.
Like, what are you drinking, White Claw?
No, dude, I'm into chicks. You know?
I heard that recently. I heard that you re-entered the breeding field. Now, what are you doing to prevent more Fidd Chuli spearmint flavors from being spread about? Are you being responsible with your sexual activity? Are you limiting it to heavy petting? Or are you doing a full penetration? Are you putting a cap on it? How are you handling that whole thing? Is she using a sponge? I mean, these are the questions I think people would like to know.
I use it, you know, I have a dustbuster handy next to the bed. And that gets the bulk. You know? And then a little bit of Windex. Just a little bit of Windex after you get the bulk. Just spritz it right on there. And it just it kills.
That does sound scientific.
And then I have a backup plan too, which is to get her to not like me. So I've been trying a lot of different crafty methods to get her to not be into me because, hey, I can't get her pregnant if I'm not fucking her, right? So that seems like the ultimate form of birth control to me. So you know how safe I am. You know how precautious.
Yeah, but it's not a good after the fact plan B because you already did. Yeah, listen, I don't want to share your personal business, but we already know that you did at least heavy petting.
Nobody dry humps like this woman, I'm telling you.
Okay, we already know you did.
She blew my mind. She dry humped me. Oh my God.
That there was a finish of some kind on your part. Maybe not on hers, but on your part, I'm almost assured. Even though it was just heavy petting. And you should have walked away and wanted to punch somebody like one of the nerds at your high school or something. Maybe you flew to Baltimore and did it. I don't know. But in this case, I think that there was a release, and I think there was full Fidd contact.
Like an hour before the show, I showed her my ball paintings.
Wintergreen contact.
That was my most recent attempt to get her to not like me. I have paintings that I made with my balls in my closet, and I broke those out like an hour before the show and showed them to her. Because, you know, that's got to freak somebody out, right? Well, and hey, I'll offer it up for the Patreons. I'll post my ball paintings in the Discord.
Oh my God!
I got a cool one. I got a tree, a waterfall. There's a fire. There's an eyeball.
Those are really good.
They are. They're fucking good. You can almost not tell that they're made with my balls.
If somebody didn't tell you, hey, this is my balls, you wouldn't know.
here's how that conversation starts. So I have a cajon. It's like one of those wooden boxes that you sit on top and play drums. And she's like, "What's that thing called again?" And I was like, "It's a cajon." She's like, "What, cajones, like balls?" And I was like, "Well, you do put your balls on them because you sit down on them." And then that made me think of the chair that I used when I was painting with my balls that got like ball, like ball splatter all over. They had like ball shaped fucking stains on them.
That chair. You gotta send that chair.
Yeah, that has that cajon is my balls on it, just like that fucking drum throne that I used to use when I painted with my balls. And she's like, "You what?" And I was like, "Oh yeah."
The future of the church, when you're bestowed the honorific of Fidd Chuli Wintergreen, you'll have to sit in that chair and make a little portrait of something with paint on your balls. And like you're gonna travel to the pilgrimages of Indonesia to see Dobbstown. You'll have to go. Your passport thing will have to have Fidd Chuli's painted balls image on your paperwork to get through the gate.
Yeah, my left nut and my right nut are my pronouns.
Onan Cannonbite won't let you in without your Fidd Chuli seal of approval.
Well, the plan backfired spectacularly because she asked me she could have one of them. So I'm going to have to try something else to get her to not like me this week.
So stupid.
And you know what? You know what's so fucked up? And I was like, no, you can't have one of these. These are my ball paintings.
That's the blue one. I like that the best. Good times. Somebody's gonna be calling you dad soon.
Alright, and then I can be my own blind eye. Alright, well, I'm ruling in favor of Fox. And Peas needs to go eat his ice cream because he's a handsome boy. And he needs that ice cream to stay handsome.
I can't sit or lay in this position anymore. That's why I got to call it a day.
All right. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll mop up here as soon as you apologize.
Well, kids, as you know, we had a rough opening today. Fidd Chuli didn't know where to push the right button, or did something wrong. He'll probably never fess up to it. And the show got off to, I'm just sorry, there's no other way to say it, a rocky start. Now, Fox made a gallant attempt many times to save the show, but even he and his wit and his charm and his personality and his pronouns couldn't keep the show from careening into the rocks of despair. When at the last instant, no apology needed, Caller 23 chimed in and perhaps saved this show from the depths and dungeons of darkness and proceeded to elevate it to the light that is one of the greatest shows ever made, even though Fidd Chuli was on it. That's all I've got to say. I'm sorry for kids, except for them shitty Ravens and them blowing an opportunity to win the Super Bowl. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week when it'll be time for the show once more.
All right, you handsome boy, go get that cream dough.
Did you like that apology, Fidd? Was it your standards?
Well, it was only like one apology.
Yeah.
You just apologized that I fucked up.
Well, you're saying that's implied?
What about what you did, Peas? Don't you feel guilty?
Not really. I think I was pretty funny. I'll have to listen to the show and find out.
All right. Well, I'll make like usual, I will make the mix of the show that only has the parts where you were talking, so that you can.
That's how.
That's the only one that Peas listens to.
That's how Philo taught me to do it.
All right. Get the fuck out of here, Peas. We're about to wrap it up with Fox. line 143 in the show notes. It says patrons for January 2022.
Oh, I would be.
Yeah, we just want to give a shout out to everybody that was a patron to us 12 months ago. You know, January of 2022 was a heavy week for us. The week of January.
We fought
last
COVID.
year.
Oh yeah, look at that. I guess last year's shout outs go to Subject T Change, Bob South, Michael Marcus, Long Dead, Hazel of the Windmills, Caller 23, and Dr. Cosmac. If you would like to support independent farce, go to patreon.com/hypercube. And of course, thanks to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha for running freethinkradio.com, where we do this show every Monday night. You can find out more by going to youtube.com/hypercubego to listen to old episodes, and you can join the Hypercom and chat along with other show society members at discord.timefortheshow.com.
That makes the show funnier.
Peas, are you still here?
Because I figured out it's last year's notes that you're doing, and that makes the whole show so much more funnier. Maybe Caller 23 doesn't deserve an award for saving the show. Maybe the show was just funny, and I didn't even realize it because I didn't get the joke till just now. That's
Didn't
some
even
good.
ask me my blind eye.
Yeah, you guys are pretty good. You guys are comedians. That's for sure.
Made fun of me for worrying about my friend.
Which one?
Not a close one. All right, everybody. That's it for time for the show, I guess. I guess we're done.
Yeah, hey, why not go out on a Fidd Chuli mashup? I can't remember if I played this one before, but it's the theme song from Gullah Gullah Island with the vocals from Octopus's Garden by the Beatles. This is Gullah Gullah Garden. You've been listening to Time for the Show. Fuck peace.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. Would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden near a cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.